The Vanishing. 1988's The Vanishing. Horror, thriller, mystery, son of a bitch, suspense. By George Sluza? Is that how you say his name? So I read this thing about Stanley Kubrick, and he said the scariest movie he's ever seen is The Vanishing. It is a Dutch-French film about a couple that goes out, I think, to France, and they go to a gas station, and the wife goes missing, and then the husband is losing his mind, is losing his marbles about what happened to her, and he's convinced that she got murdered by a serial killer. He goes onto a talk show and calls the dude out. He's like, yo, bro, I need to know what happened to my woman. I'm not even mad. Not even mad. I just want to know. That's it. And you see he has a girlfriend at the time. It's 3 years later. He tried to move on. It isn't working. He's obsessed with what happened to his wife or his lover. They kept going back and forth between calling friend, wife, like sister. I'm like, I don't know what the hell this woman is in relation to him. Ultimately, the killer came out. He meets him, and yeah, now you got a movie. And it's a movie that, is it worth watching? I think so. I thought it was pretty damn good. It was some goofy lines, but I feel like that's always, when you watch foreign films, the translation is never as well as it could be. But ultimately, actually, no, I'm going to spoilers. I'm going to talk spoilers, you know? The ending of this movie is what made this movie popular. It's what scared Stanley Kubrick. And the ending of the movie is he goes with the serial killer on his trip. Serial killer says, I want you to experience. That's how I'm going to tell you what happened. I want you to experience what happened to your wife. And he says, you have the option of getting knocked out by a sleeping pill in this coffee, or you're never going to find out. So he drinks it, and worst thing ever, I'm a claustrophobic human being. Claustrophobic. And he wakes up in a coffin, alive, with a lighter. And he's buried in a guy's backyard. My God, that is the scariest way to go out. That ending was so free. It depends on who you are. Because you can never see something as objectively scary, because film is subjective to what scares you. You know? You can be scared by the Conjuring films, and I'm not scared by the Conjuring films at all. But I'm more scared of things like this, like real-life murderers and stuff like that, and you might not be. You might be scared of the supernatural. It's the most close to the supernatural movie that ever actually scared me was The Blair Witch Project, the first time I saw it when I was a kid. But this ending freaked me out. As someone who's claustrophobic like crazy, I got anxiety with this ending. And it was just in your head. And I was like, wow, what great buildup. He tells this guy's whole life story, all incriminating stuff, about how he's a psychopath, and he kind of wants to be a serial killer, but he's not actually a serial killer, and the only person he's actually killed is his wife, and it's just the fantasies in his head, and all this guy got has his name, his info, he has his license plate, he knows everything about this guy, he knows what he looks like, and he wakes up in a coffin underground. I felt like a serial killer, he wanted to get away with killing someone else. He wanted to get this guy back for calling him out. He thought it was interesting. And he wanted to tell a story without worrying about the liability of the person going out and getting him arrested. Fascinating movie. It was pretty good. I think it's got remade like twice. But it was a damn good movie with a fantastic ending. I highly recommend. It's not the greatest movie ever, I don't think. But I think it was pretty damn good. Yeah. Claustrophobia. Hate it.